to update your ID. And she's like, no, like, I want the real ID. And she's like, yeah, no, like, you came to update your ID. And she's like, yeah, but I want the real ID. She didn't get the real ID on her thing, just because some guy was dumb. Dumb people should not be working at the DMV. Hello everyone and welcome. I hope you enjoy watching people cut watermelon. It's a great time. Just cutting them in squares at the moment and putting them in my container.
So I couldn't understand why she wanted to cremate him. Especially with everything the way it was, and we're really unsure of his cause of death.
I got home from the bar yesterday, and I was literally rolling on the floor. But it wouldn't be a 21st birthday if you're not rolling on the floor drunk, right?
And then a couple of weeks before his death, there was another policy taken for equal amount. I had a mom's gut feeling that something wasn't right.
She's still out there living her best life. But it was Thursday night. It was ladies' night.
So I was at the DMV, and I was in line. And there was this guy. And, you know, at the DMV, they have all of this tape on the floor. And they're like, just follow the red line. Just follow this line. Just follow that line. And I made a comment. I was like, you know, guys, it's kind of confusing to people I don't know. I'm like, I just make conversation because I like talking, as you guys can probably tell. So I was at the DMV, and I'm in the line, and I say that comment, and this guy's like, oh yeah, I'm always here. I come here so much. And I'm like, really? I'm good. How about you? I'm like, I've only really come here when we needed to get my original driver's license, and now I'm updating my driver's license because I just turned 21 yesterday.
Please get there.
And she was like, and he was like, oh, you just turned 21? Did you have a bop? You know, like he asked, I was like, yeah, I had a good time. I was like rolling on the floor at the end of the night, you know, and I was like rolling on the floor, and I told him that, and he was like, oh, you want a real bop?
Left his PlayStation on and overheated, or he knocked over a candle when he was drunk. My mom was
He said, oh, you want a real bop? Just call me up, babe. I'm like, huh? I was like, who the hell?
Yeah, I just can't catch a break.
I was like, who the heck are you talking to? So I was like, oh, no, thank you. You know, just kind of tried to play it off. So, yeah, so I'm probably not going to be live for that long. I'm just cutting my watermelon, and then I'll probably be getting going because I got a lot to do. I got homework. I got an assignment due tonight. I should have done it before tonight because, you know, who knows, like, I woke up, like, kind of hungover, but not that hungover. But imagine, like, I woke up, like, very hungover and I could barely, like, you know, function today. Like, I was tired, don't get me wrong, but at least I can function today. I'm glad I went to the DMV today and got that done.
Play ball and have fun with friends. She felt her
I went to the DMV and my appointment was at 3:10, and I got out of there though.
That was my safety, boat at home.
Surprisingly, I got out of there at 3:23. So I was surprised. I was like, it literally took me like no time at all. I got in and out. But the only reason I got in and out of the DMV is because I had an appointment. Because that line at the front door of people waiting who did not have an appointment, it was so long. So, this is me telling you people that if you ever decide to go to the DMV, you need to go to the DMV. Just make an appointment. It's so much easier. And you don't have to stand in the ridiculous line. You know, because even, especially if you're getting in there, like, closer to when they close. Because if you're still standing in line, I don't think they'll help you. Well, you have to be there before they close. And if you're... if you ain't already being helped by the time they close, you're out of there. Yeah, I've only gone to the DMV 2 times in my life. That's cool. This lady at my work, she was going around telling people that she doesn't like going to the bathroom out in public, so she wears a diaper to work. None of us really knew how to feel about that comment. Yeah. We were all like, oh, that's nice. What brand? I don't know. It's a weird question to ask.
But after a couple of years, wasn't doing as well. For whatever reason, the company is having a hard time making people.
Summer of my 7th grade year, 2009. My mom.
There's a lot of watermelon. I did not realize.
Sean and Michelle, they were just always with my mom. Michelle often would play with me if she had 2 children. She was very nice. Sean, on the other hand, very aggressive.
So, can you vacuum cleaner? You said I was...
And forced me to move into her room.
Hey! You have a challenge. If that challenge has anything to do with anything that does not have to do with this watermelon, I'm not doing it.
Sometime after I was no longer a roommate, that was really where I learned that Tammy used drugs religiously. This really scary shit, Christian, was subject to being around them. This whole ordeal toward a Christian world.
It was very rough having Sean around. I'd walk into a room and I'd feel very uncomfortable. I knew Sean had his own farm. One time, I hit the car alarm while he was looking through something, and he panicked and hit his head. They pulled out a call phone, so he was going to
You know, I'm just sitting here reading your guys' comments, and I'm ignoring you if you couldn't tell.
If I told her, she didn't say anything about it. You know, I was a child and scared of boogeyman monsters, and then felt like I had a real monster in with me. And I was truly scared.
Tammy is a complex character. This was a woman I studied for 5.5 years. I totaled 20 years with the Colorado Springs Police Department. And my last 14 years was as a detective in the financial crimes unit. In the summer of 2009, Colorado Springs Police Department was investigating several complaints of identity theft, credit card fraud, and check fraud. Our primary suspect in the investigation is Tammy Fritz. It started with a criminal complaint that was filed by Tammy's employer, who ended up firing her. Tammy was employed by a construction company as a bookkeeper, business manager. She had signature authority on checks with the company. And unfortunately, she started misappropriating money, started issuing bad checks, large amount of checks that she was having for minions, cash. And that's what set this whole investigation off. Now the job is to collect as much evidence as we could.
July 2009, I was so out of broke. Yeah, I was really, really depressed. And I was well, screw it, I'm gonna go ahead and I tell my folks.
Thank you.
My folks and
Prosperity X.
help me
Know what that means?
together, relocate back up to Alaska, go to college, finish up my degree, and make a change. Well, I told my mother and I was moving back to Alaska. Of course, I'm sad. I'm losing my brother. My mom was very tense. I remember seeing my mom.
Thank you. I don't know how to say your name, to be completely honest.
And my mom, she's going back and forth. Just sporadic. Her eyes just